Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. January 2019. I hope you are settling in well to the new year. I hope you had a fantastic holiday season. And I am super excited to do this reading. I'm not gonna apologize for being late because I have some really exciting stuff going on with NLA, Intuitive Awakenings. So we shall start out with the general guidance, the overall theme, and love from our spirit guides. The book of I-ching. We have 2 cards, Aries, from the book of I-ching. Number 54, the Marrying Maiden. A young couple who dwells in the family home is subordinate to the rules and values of their elders. The enforcement of standards of behavior may create a disturbance like thunder stirring the surface of a lake. Such standards are present throughout society. To dwell in harmony with one's fellows, one must ascertain what is acceptable and what is not. Gentleness and tact will serve all parties better than crashing conflicts. To dwell in harmony with one's fellows, one must ascertain what is acceptable and what is not. Gentleness and tact will serve all parties better than crashing conflicts. Oh boy, it's difficult, huh? I mean, no matter what walk of life you are at, no matter what age you are, it is always a present theme, a challenge that we must overcome in our reality, abiding by rules or regulations. So rather than butting heads and being defiant, this card says be gentle, be tactful, be respectful. Card 55, abundance. Lightning and thunder are fleeting phenomena, sometimes occurring faster than we can fully perceive them. So too does success sometimes burst upon the scene, only to quickly vanish. One should enjoy times of unexpected abundance and not try to hold on to them or grow discouraged if the abundance wanes. Not everyone is meant for lasting success, but the periods of brilliance are gifts nonetheless. So too does success sometimes burst upon the scene, only to quickly vanish. The periods of brilliance are gifts nonetheless. Abundance. Abundance can be happiness. Abundance can be health. Abundance can be love, relationships. Everything has its expiration date. Everyone has their best used by date. And so trusting that the universe knows when something is no longer serving us and it must move on. When we're ready for our next lesson, our next aha moment. Then we go to the surrender deck. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Remember that no is a complete sentence. We are made to believe that, like at a very early age, that no is a negative thing. It's a negative answer. It's a negative thing to hear or come face to face with. It's correlated with denial, such as when a parent says no. What does the kid do? Automatically, without even thinking. They say why. Probably in a really whiny, mopey, nails on a chalkboard type of way. But they say why. When we decline an invitation when we are older, when we're adults, some feel the need to explain or make up an excuse or lie and say they have something else going on? Why is it so bad, or why is it so frowned upon to simply say no? Then if you're asked, because I don't want to. It doesn't sound appealing to me. It doesn't sound fun. I just don't want to. No. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody, Aries. No is a complete sentence. Then, from the lovely Native Spirit deck, we have Owl Medicine and Spirit Keeper of the South. Owl Medicine. You know the truth. Trust your perception. When this card comes out, it is like the news flash, the tower moment, the huge announcement that, hey, you are at the advent of a time of illumination, a time of transformation, a time of growth, a time of understanding, a time of enlightenment, empowerment. The warmth of that sun in that picture, the yellows, the oranges, the unwavering stare from the owl. The owl is sacred knowledge. The owl works diligently at night. They take in the view of the surroundings from a higher perspective so that their view is not blocked or distorted by any distractions. They're aware of their surroundings, and they trust their ability to feel and know what is best. Spirit Keeper of the South. Again, the warmth of that sun in the card. The oranges and the yellows. The green. It's saying a lot about our chakras, Aries. I think we probably could go for a little cleanup again. Spirit Keeper of the South is all about abundance and prosperity. All forms of it. Expansion, rapid growth, the warmth of that noonday sun or the summertime. Think about it. They say knee high by the 4th of July. Okay, well that's just a little bit of a start, right? Because after the 4th of July is when it gets blazing hot and it's humid in the Midwest anyhow. And that is when that heat and that humidity create this steam cooker, this pressure cooker, and it just shoots the corn up, soaring over our heads. Rapid growth. Receive those blessings that the universe is offering to you. Welcome them with open arms. Know that you are deserving. Don't drag your heels when the universe is saying, hey, we are going to do this, and we are going to do this quickly, so let's go. In our work, career, and finance, we have 4 cards, Aries. Now, that's nothing out of the ordinary. However, do you see what 4 cards we have? 3 of the 4 cards are queens. Fucking right. Seriously, you have got to trust that the universe knows what it's doing, and it has a whole lot of abundance and amazing shit stuffed up its sleeve. The 6 of Wands. Do you see all the red and the purple in that card? Do you see the badass who is like, boom, hashtag victory? When you trust your intuition, you connect to spirit. You trust that connection to your guides. You trust that they have your back. You win. Despite all of the fuckery along the way, you find your confidence, your passion, your purpose, and you overcome and succeed. Hashtag Aries. You got this. Queen of Pentacles. Now that you've stepped into your passion and your potential, trusting the flow, you are able to rock it out. You're getting shit done. The Queen of Pentacles, she's like the cleaning lady who's on meth. Like, she can get a serious amount of shit done in a quick amount of time. And it is detailed and it is precise and probably not healthy, but hey, she is getting shit done. Not to mention, she sits in her confidence like, I'll hold my own pentacles. I got this. I'm not looking for anybody else to support me and hold, all of their pentacles around me to make sure that I feel okay. No, I got this. I have my own. See, here it is. Then you have the Queen of Wands. She holds her own fire, her own passion in her hand. She's confident. She's successful. She's fearless. Someone of the character of loyalty, dependability. She's willing to go for success and take the leaps and the bounds in order to have that prosperity that she knows deep within that is in her future. The Queen of Swords. This chick holds her sword in her hand. What are swords used for? Well, they aren't necessarily used for cutting bread, right? They could be, I suppose, if you're one of those people who have all the medieval shit in your house. Maybe you cut your bread with a sword, but hey, to each their own. This chick, however, she uses it to cut out all of the bullshit, all of the distractions, the unnecessary drama, the naysayers, because she knows what she wants, she knows what she needs to do in order to get it, and she's not about to let anyone or anything stand in her way. Take him out at the knees with her sword. Get out of my way, excuse me kindly. Aries, this is a phenomenal set of cards to have in the work, career, and finance. So if you guys are starting a new project, you maybe weren't sure if you were supposed to leave your current job and accept the new position that was offered. If you have been having this feeling, this fire burning deep in your stomach saying, we need to change. I want to be passionate. I want to be in love with my work again. You need to embrace the energies of all of these queens. I don't care if you're male or female. Every one of you can be a fucking winner who holds their own pentacles, holds their own passion, and holds their own discernment for who and what will accompany them along the way. Every one of you has that power. Step into it. Down in the middle of the second row on the screen, you have two cards for your love and romantic relationships. Judgment and Dragonfly. Both green. Just gonna point that out. So Judgment. This card says, let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough. It is time to unlock all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way. Just be you. You are good enough. It's time, Aries. You know, we Aries are normally, we are notoriously seen for being this impulsive, fiery, controlling, stubborn, hard-headed trailblazers. The trailblazers of the world, right? And because of that, we tend to hold back. We limit ourselves. We're fearful of how others might take what we have to say or how they'll see us. Fuck that. Hear me really clearly, Aries. It's time to say, fuck that. We are passionate. We are no bullshit people. We are hard workers. We don't get deterred by obstacles. We believe in others. We trust so much. Sometimes we can see others' potential so strongly that it often comes off as us being controlling because we push them. We don't push them to try and control them, but we push them to be their best. to live to their fullest potential. We love hard. We value honesty, integrity. We live without regrets or second guessing because we have passion. We have that integrity. Crawl the fuck out of that shell. Quit worrying about judgment and share your fucking passion, your determination, your abilities. Share the true you with the world. That's what you were put here to do. Not to half-ass it, not to only show bits and pieces or filter yourself accordingly. Show the goddamn world who the fuck you are, Aries. Passion. I'm clearly passionate about this section. If that person who you are in love with says you're too much, they say you are controlling, or you are always the one to act and then think later. You are too much for them. They can't operate on that level. Nobody has to be the same, but they also aren't allowed to try and dim your fire, to snuff it out. We need to appreciate and accept how everyone operates, and that includes yourself. You need to love and accept. You don't need to understand it, but you need to love and accept it. Be you. Love you. And those who are meant to love you back, they'll stroll up right along in your journey when they're meant to. You just need to trust that. Then you have Dragonfly. Green, of every shade you can imagine in that card. You need to heal and clean up your heart chakra. Perhaps some rose quartz, amazonite, some jade, some watermelon tourmaline. Eat some green foods. Eat some kiwi. Perhaps add some lavender to your little scenty, misty thingy-majigger on your counter. Some things that you can remind yourself and tell yourself. You say these out loud, and you mean them when you say them. I love. I am loved. I forgive. I am worthy of forgiveness. I accept myself. I accept others. The heart chakra. So then we have this card, right? The Dragonfly. Like the hummingbird, the dragonfly is able to fly up and down, sideways, forwards and backwards. Be flexible. Rather than getting distracted by the detours, you need to embrace the dragonfly. When things come up in your relationship, or things keep coming up in your path when you think you're on your journey of finding your Mr. or Mrs. Right. Just because there's a really big pothole, or there's a washout, or there's a road closed sign. Maneuver. Maneuver around. Maneuver over. I don't care if you have to go a couple miles down the road and then cross over, but you are going to get there. Life is your responsibility. Live it to the fullest. Living a life to your truest potential, your highest good. Living a life where when you are done, you have sucked every bit of juice out of it. That is your responsibility. The amount of happiness you experience in this world is all up to you. Nobody's actions, nobody's words, nobody's attendance, whether they're here or not, is to blame for your lack of happiness. You are responsible for your happiness. All right, Aries. The last portion of this reading is a little something new. It's going to be short and sweet. 2-card 2019 forecast. 2 things that you need to keep in mind as we go through the new year. Card number 6, love. See the world through the eyes of love. Look beyond that illusion of judgment, of fear, of hate. When you do this, you can see the beauty of the world. You can live your life as your soul intended. You can fulfill your purpose. Like attracts like. So, Aries, if you're surrounded by disgruntled stagnation, and generally unhappy people. Perhaps it would serve you well to take a look in the mirror. Look within. This card is kind of similar to the Judgment card. It says go within. Recognize those limiting beliefs, those blocks that you've created for yourself. Clear them out and let love in. 27. Spiritual partnership. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. This can be really hard for the Aries because, like I said, we can see their potential, but we can't force them to be ready. The whole concept of relationships is to be the student and the teacher. We are all here to learn from and to teach something to others. Be aware of your surroundings. Be open to the spiritual growth. Embrace this journey. This whole journey will, without a doubt, be an enhancement to your greater good. Perhaps you meet somebody and you are automatically drawn to each other. You have the greatest friendship. Perhaps you find somebody in the work sector who inspires you. Perhaps you see someone who embraces the same definition of love that you do. Whatever it is, your spiritual partnerships this year are going to be significant. Keep your eyes open. Keep your heart open. And tell judgment to kick rocks. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support. We have big things coming up this year. I'm starting to do live audience readings. Hey! Pretty excited about this. That starts in February. If you're in the Midwest, perhaps we shall run into each other. Gandhi, he says, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony. Let's be fucking happy, Aries. 2019, our year to be happy, to love, to be loved, and to fucking kill it in our career sector. We shall speak again. Until then, much love.